Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. First up, we are learning all about Premier Weight Loss. And today they are going to break down their new virtual program that's now being offered to the state of Indiana. Then it's time for Inside Plastics with Plastic Surgery Innovations. And today we're discussing facelifts. Dr. Joe is going to break it all down and give us the behind the scenes look. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Premier Weight Loss. Access to expert medical weight loss care is becoming more convenient for Hoosiers. Listen to this. Premier Weight Loss is expanding their services across Indiana with the launch of a new virtual weight loss program, making its physician-led care available from the comfort of your own home. And joining me today to tell us all about it is their co-founder and CEO, Thomas Hilbert. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me back.
Yes. Okay. So Premier Weight Loss is a company that's been around for the past 3 years, but now you are doing some changing and evolving and expanding your services for people that are not just located in Indianapolis. So tell me about your virtual program.
Yeah, so just to set the stage a little bit, so we started 3 years ago at 2 brick and mortar offices in Indianapolis and in Fishers. And at those 2 locations, we managed to help our patients lose over 70,000 pounds.
Wow.
So what we started to notice was, you know, when you're in the world of weight loss, you're paying attention to your competitors. And we were looking at the Rows of the world or the Hims of the world or all of these other telehealth offerings and kind of comparing what it is that we offer to patients compared to what they're offering to patients. And I've got to say, we weren't very impressed when we looked at other people's offerings. So we started thinking, how could we bring our concierge level in-person care to the comfort of people's homes? And that's kind of what I'm here to talk about today, as we've just recently announced the offering of virtual care for all Indiana members.
Yes, which is great. Okay, so for people to understand really the virtual care, let's take a step back to the concierge care, because what does that mean exactly? How is that different from how people are used to receiving either doctor care or weight loss care?
Yeah, well, a lot of times people are used to kind of fee for service in the world of medicine. So, you know, you go to the doctor and maybe they make you pay $150 or $200 to see them and spend time with them that day for an appointment. We operate in a different way, right? So we utilize a membership-based model. In order to receive treatment or care from our providers, you have to become a member. But with our membership model, you have a lot of perks, right? You get unlimited access to our medical providers, our doctors, our nurse practitioners. You get access to either in-person or virtual appointments. You get access to our body composition devices. And our patients seem to find a lot of value out of the fact that they can actually check in with their provider on a daily, weekly, monthly, kind of whatever cadence they'd like to. And then what our patients really value is the ability to be on GLP-1 medications while having devices like the InBody to monitor their muscle mass and their percent body fat.
Fascinating. Okay, so you're just giving more accessibility and also you're breaking down the barriers really of having to pay that copay, setting that appointment, and you feel like it can sometimes be a burden or a hassle to get in to see your doctor, but you're providing that service ongoing in a concierge way. Love a concierge service. And so now you're taking that plan and you're making it virtual and you're making it accessible to all of Hoosier. So what does that look like in a virtual matter?
Yeah, so I'm very excited to answer this question because I'm pretty proud of what we've been able to build. And when we came up with the idea to launch a virtual offering, my medical providers had the question for me, which is a very good one. They said, how can we do that and yet stay with a data-driven approach, right? Like once you move to a virtual care offering, aren't you kind of stepping down the level of service you're going to give to the patient? And we spent a long time trying to answer that question. And what we came up with is there's actually some really, really unique technologies these days that would allow us to measure the same metrics from a patient's home. Now, the next barrier, right, is no patient is going to want to purchase this device, right,
Yeah,
for their home.
right.
So the way we set up this model is that all of our virtual care members actually receive one of these in-body, they're called in-body H30 devices. They measure not just your weight, but your body fat percentage, your skeletal muscle mass. They do it all from the comfort of your home, and you receive this for free when you sign up as a member.
Yeah.
And just so you know, if someone were to go purchase the scale, that's $379
Wow.
retail. So it's definitely a big deal, and it feeds right back into our system and kind of allows us to make real-time treatment changes.
I love that. And there's probably an app that the client gets as well, so they can track their numbers. And these body composition scales, let me just tell you, they are powerful in their information. They can really learn a lot about you, and it's best to monitor it. So you say it goes into your system, then at that point, the medical professional communicates their suggestions or changes in the regimen?
That's exactly right. So most of our patients are either trying GLP-1 medications. Some of our patients are going maybe more so a different route. There are other medications like phentermine. There's also just the nutritional programs or exercise programs. But for patients specifically on GLP-1 medications, it's very important to check in often with your provider and to make sure that you're staying on the proper dosage, right? Because as dosages go up, the likelihood of side effects goes up, and so does the likelihood that you shed too much muscle mass. Now, muscle is important for everyone, but as you grow older in life, especially for females, but males as well, losing muscle becomes more and more dangerous. It can lead to things like osteoporosis, sarcopenia, and all the things that nobody really ever wants when they're taking on a weight loss journey. So our whole program is built around true healthy weight loss and making sure our patients feel supported, and also just like they can reach out to us at any moment.
Yeah, that is great. And so how could someone become a virtual member if they're interested?
It's a very good question. So if you go to our website, pwlindy.com, you'll see a little section virtual. You can sign up there, or you can give us a call at 317-643-4444. Either which way makes it pretty simple.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was great chatting with you, and I look forward to our next conversation next week as we dive deeper into the GLP-1s that you mentioned and how you all do it differently.
As do I. Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Premier Weight Loss, we'll have their website listed below to give them a call or to go to their website to actually just learn more and to sign up to be a virtual member and to get this awesome scale that's included. And I'll see you after the break.
This segment sponsored by Premier Weight Loss.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Enjoy fun in the sun on Living Local 15. Become a tourist in your own city. Visit your favorite spots and have some fun with me. From kayaking to rappelling off a building, I show you ways to have an adventure in Northeast Indiana every weekday morning at 9 on Wayne 15. So join me, Jessica Williams, for Living Local 15.
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams weekdays at 9 on Wayne 15 and catch past episodes on wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Plastic Surgery Innovations. Viewer discretion is advised. This segment may contain medical imagery before and after procedural photos that some viewers may find graphic or revealing.
A facelift is one of the most well-known cosmetic procedures, but it's also one that's most misunderstood. Is it only for older patients? Will it make you look like yourself? And there's so many other non-surgical treatments that are available today. So today on Inside Plastics with Plastic Surgery Innovations, Dr. Joe is going to give us the scoop. Hey there, Dr. Joe.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Okay, so facelifts, something that's still very popular, right? You probably see them the most. Would you say this is the most performed procedure?
It's not the most performed procedure.
Okay.
In our practice, the most performed procedure that we see are still breast augmentations and liposuctions.
Okay.
But it's a very, very popular procedure, and it's become more popular with weight loss drugs like Ozempic and people looking in the mirror. They say now that 50 is the new 40 and 60 is the new 50. So we're living longer and we're living healthier and we like to look better.
Right.
We don't want to look like older folks as we get on in our age. We want to keep that vitality.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of times the assumption is like, ooh, if someone got a facelift, it's just so tight and it's like, like this permanent, like shocked look and non-stretchy or elastical face. But things have changed a lot in the innovation. So can you kind of break down the results?
Things have changed a lot. You know, facelifts were first introduced in Hollywood back in the 1930s and 1940s, and basically incisions were made surrounding the ear, and the skin was elevated and pulled back. But the problem with facelifts that only involve the skin, they don't last, and they don't always look natural. It looks like your face skin got stretched out over a drum. And I think that's the fear that a lot of people have with facelifts. Facelifts nowadays really look to realign the deep structures, the muscles and the fat, in such a way that you look rejuvenated, but your skin looks natural, moves natural, and you just look like a younger version of yourself.
So you said before the incision is near the ear and then it's pulled back, like the face was pulled back. So now is the incision in a different spot?
Different vectors are used. We actually pull the muscle underlying the skin in a different vector. We pull that up. And the incisions are more hidden now in hairlines and behind the ears. So that a lot of people, if they've had a facelift, you can't look at them and go, oh, I see the scars. Most of the time the scars are well hidden so people can't see them. There are several different varieties of facelifts as well.
And so how long do facelifts take to do?
In my practice, the average facelift takes about 5 to 6 hours to perform. And if we do it in conjunction with other procedures, fat grafting, eyelid lifts, laser treatment, sometimes you can be in surgery up to 7 to 9 hours.
Okay, and then what about the recovery? Is this an outpatient procedure?
The surgery is an outpatient procedure, and it actually is an easier recovery than many of the other large surgeries that we do, because your face isn't involved in any of your day-to-day living in a lot of ways. It doesn't. You don't require it to breathe or walk or go to the bathroom. So people recover fairly quickly. In my practice, we tell people that it'll be about a week before the swelling comes down enough that you'll be seen in public, and about 3 weeks before you want to go back to your favorite restaurant.
Okay. Gotcha. So a little incognito for a little bit.
A little bit.
As you recover.
But a lot of people go back quickly. You know, I've had people go back to as soon as 5 to 7 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay, so what is something that would really surprise people about this procedure, like maybe a misconception that people have thought about over the years that's just not true?
Well, I think a lot of it is that people just think it's a tightening operation. You know, the joke used to be, well, if I get a facelift, what if I get it lifted and I don't like the one underneath? It's like, no, it's not really we call it a lift because it lifts the tissues and it lifts your spirits. Some people, the other joke that we always hear is that people come in and they say, I want my face so tight that when I smile, my ears will clap in the back of my head. It doesn't tighten the face in a way that's unnatural.
Okay.
And that's what people have to understand. The other thing is that there's no substitute for it. Nowadays, with so many people getting Botox and fillers, and people think they're going to get everything they need just injecting more and more in their face. And it's a real epidemic right now. We see so many patients who come in with so much stuff that's been injected in their face that they don't look natural anymore. A good facelift can't be seen by other people. A good facelift is for yourself because it's hidden. It rejuvenates you. On average, I tell people you can expect to look refreshed, maybe 10 to 15 years younger. Most people, when they get a facelift, their friends don't go, oh, you had a facelift. They go, what did you do? You know, you look better. You're sleeping better. Oh, your diet. Oh, you have a new love affair. Oh, you know. But they accredit to other things.
So with that, what age is typically an age that people look into this service?
A lot of it just depends what your needs are. The biggest thing is it's not covered by insurance, so you have to have the financial means. A lot of people do finance. We've done many facelifts as people as young as in their 30s, and we've done full facelifts as people as old as in their 90s.
Wow.
You just have to be healthy enough to undergo the surgery. So anybody in our practice that's over 70, we try to get them and have them cleared by their family doctor or cardiologist before surgery just to keep them safe.
And what is the cost on this procedure?
Cost of a facelift, the surgeon's fees are about $10,000 to $11,000 for just a standard run-of-the-mill. But, you know, with all anesthesia, facility, everything else, facelifts are typically in Fort Wayne area, $15,000 to about $35,000, depending on all the extras. It's funny, though, because my sister last year flew in from Palm Springs. I was teasing her because I told her, yeah, there's no plastic surgeons in California. But she came in to have me do her surgery. We did her surgery. She stayed a week. She flew home. She said her esthetician loved the results, wanted to send me patients, but I was too far away from Palm Springs.
Wow.
But she said at the same time, one of her friends flew to Los Angeles and had a facelift by a famous surgeon there for $100,000. And she said, you know, obviously my brother, she didn't pay nearly that much.
Right.
But she said, I look better than my friend. And so that's the other thing about surgery is you have to find a quality surgeon. Fort Wayne is blessed because we have a number of very good surgeons here. There are ENT surgeons who are specially trained called facial plastic surgeons that do facelift. There are oral surgeons who are specially trained who are facial cosmetic surgeons that do facelifts. And there are plastic surgeons like myself, and we do facelifts. And all of those providers are good providers. Facelifts are still part of core training of my specialty in plastic surgery, and we all kind of become species specific. We always say, come to me because, you know, but the truth is there's a lot of good providers for that. And we rely on word of mouth advertising because your best bet is to find somebody who gave a result of one of your friends that you like.
And that saw that benefit. Okay, rapid fire, Dr. Joe. What is the difference between a liquid facelift, a lifestyle facelift, and a neck facelift?
So a liquid facelift is the use of a drug called Sculptra to take and revolumize the face. It's appropriate for somebody who's got that young, gaunt face like a marathon runner. Somebody who's not real old, doesn't have a lot of extra skin, and by revitalizing the face, it gives you a facelift-like result without having cuts or surgeries.
Okay, got it.
A lifestyle lift was 15 years ago the most popular single facelift surgery in America, accounted for about 10% of all facelifts being done, but it was a branded facelift from a surgeon out of Detroit. And you couldn't have a lifestyle lift unless there was a lifestyle lift provider. It was a form of a mini facelift. But nowadays in the industry, what happens is everybody tries to put their brand on something so that they can make it exclusive. I had a patient that came in and said, do I do a ponytail lift? So I had to go and Google online, what is a ponytail lift? And a ponytail lift was a specific branded facelift of a surgeon on the coast in California who did what he called a ponytail lift, and no one else in the country could do a ponytail lift unless you were this surgeon. So a lot of the facelift stuff became marketing. Lifestyle lift, by the way, went out of business because they had some issues because of had so many locations and it wasn't a standard care. Facelift surgery has been around for a long time, and a lot of people now come in and they go, well, I want a deep plane lift, because that's right now the buzz.
What is it?
A deep plane lift. Everybody comes in and says, I want And what cracks us up as in the industry is a deep plane lift just is a technique of where you cut on the muscle of the face to tighten it.
Okay.
It's not that much different than doing the popular lift 20 years ago, which was the SMAS lift, or the popular lift 30 years ago, which was the SMAS plication.
Okay.
And people get into this, but it's like, oh no, I got to go to somebody that does a deep plane lift, and it's like, no, you don't want a deep plane lift. It's not appropriate for you.
Interesting. Okay, so people are walking in, ordering it like it's a diamond. Can I get a princess cut?
It's not.
So fascinating and so much good stuff surrounding the facelift. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe.
You're welcome.
And if you would like more information about plastic surgery innovations and really soaking up this knowledge from Dr. Joe, you can give them a call. We'll have their website and their phone number listed below, and I'll see you after the break.
This segment sponsored by Plastic Surgery Innovations.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Hi, I'm Jessica Williams, host of Living Local 15, covering food, fashion, and everything fun in Northeast Indiana. Watch weekday mornings at 9 as we explore the community and I introduce you to some of my new favorite places. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams, weekdays at 9 on Wayne 15, and catch past episodes on WANE.com. Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.